So in this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the fork, headset, and stem on this Hyper E-Ride Mid-Drive City e-bike. It's the one from Walmart. So the old fork got really bent, but it actually didn't destroy anything else other than the fork itself and the front wheel. So as you can see, that's pretty bent. Yeah, that's no good. Fenders should still be good. Brake caliper should be good. Headset and bearings are actually still good, but I want to upgrade it to a sealed headset and also a non-threaded fork, so a threadless fork. So over here, I have a brand new threadless fork. I'm going to leave the steer tube uncut because this is a pretty long head tube. I'm going to jam a star nut down there. This is a 700C fork with disc mount. So very similar to the old one, but better. It's a much more solid fork. The old one was steel. This is aluminum and whatnot. I'm not saying RST is the best fork out there, but it, you know, for $120 or whatever this cost, it's a good upgrade for this bike, and it makes the front end much more solid and gives it better suspension and even lockout option too. So here's the front wheel over here. It's really bent, so I have a new one coming. I don't have it yet. The headset size is 44 millimeter. So that is referring to the inner diameter of this head tube. So that's just gonna press in. I'm gonna hammer it in, but you can get a press and use a press too, which is the proper way of doing it, but I don't care. With the threadless threadless fork, I had to get a new stem because the old stem is a quill stem for threaded forks. So I got this stem. It was only about $15. I'll leave all the links in the description for all these parts too, by the way. It's adjustable, 1 1/8 diameter, which is the same diameter as this. Also, this bike will probably only take a 1 1/8 straight steer tube. So you have to make sure you get a straight steer tube and not a tapered one. Tapered probably won't fit. You'd have to get a different headset. Might be able to make it work, but probably not. I'm not even gonna bother. It doesn't need to be tapered. So this stem will fit on there, no problem. And this is a 25.4 bar clamp here. So 25.4 is what the diameter of these stock bars are, so that's perfect. So yeah, I will install the headset, install a bunch of things, and I'll update you. Yeah, just gonna press these in, then grease these bearings and just around them so they don't get rusty and stuff in the future. And this crown race goes on the fork like this. You don't even need to press it on because it's a pressure fit one, or it's a, I don't know what you call it. Some of them don't have that slit in it though, so they have to be pressed on, but this one does not. I just put it on with my hands there really quick. So grease there, grease all around the bearings, and yeah. So here you can see I have it installed. I used a rubber mallet to tap it in. It was a pretty tight fit actually. But I put some grease on the inside there, and then here I have a bearing. Gonna pop that in. It just fits in there like that. Gonna put some grease between this and the bearing, and also gonna do the bottom one same way. So here's the bottom bearing. I put a bunch of grease between the crown race, that metal thing I slipped on there, and the bearing, and then a lot of grease between the bearing and the frame cup. So this bottom bearing really needs a lot of grease, probably more than this even if you can, because if there's no fender, this bearing gets pelted with water if you ride in the rain or through puddles. So put a lot of grease on that. So here's a star nut that comes with the headset. This is a star nut tool. I'll include a link for a better star nut tool. This is a really old one from Park Tool, but there's better stuff out there now. And you just hammer it in, and it sets it at the correct depth, and everything's good. This you can do off the bike. I had everything together and I forgot I put it that I didn't put it in, so yeah, I'm just gonna hammer that in and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. So that's what it looks like installed. And I'm gonna put the top cap of the headset on and everything. So here it is installed. Got 3 spacers in there. At the top here, you want the steer tube to have about 1/8 of an inch or 3 millimeters down from the top of the stem. And I have this pointed straight up because that's how everyone rides. And yeah, moves nice and smooth. Gonna put the bars on now. So here I got the bars on, everything's done. I ended up putting the original front wheel on. I could true it just enough to make it good. Front brake. Fork works pretty well. Try and get a video here. Then you can lock it out just like that. So yeah, it's upgraded the front fork and headset and stem.